All right, y'all. Looks like Nick Cannon may have some competition in the baby department. It's been reported that rapper NBA Youngboy recently welcomed his 11th child at the age of 23. And just to note, the father of 11 is currently on house arrest. What do you think about this story, Al? What do you think? 11 kids.
That boy is busy. You know, there are other people in the industry that have just as many kids, right? Nick Cannon, Eddie Murphy, Future, Old Dirty Bastard, but he's not alive anymore. He had 13 kids. Young Jock had his 8. I think the fascinating thing about this particular guy is he started at 17. He's only 23. He has 11 kids with 8+ different baby mamas. Like, when did he have time to make music? I'm like what's going on? And then on top of that, I got to be honest with you, Claudia, and why are these women still having babies with him? I think I have to blame it on the women. The women got to take some responsibility here, because when you're like number 8, number 9, and number 10, number 11, and your man has 9 other kids, what are you doing making a baby with him? Like, what's going on?
I don't know. Couldn't be me. Q, what you think about this? And is NBA Youngboy putting out a lot of music now? I'm just not familiar with his music.
I'll be 40 in August. I don't even know what he sings. I don't even know what NBA means in the front of Youngboy. Don't even care to know. I'll say this. I'm deeply disturbed, y'all. I'm just deeply disturbed with the state of young urban culture, because there's just nobody standing around this young man or these young women and saying, this is not right, this is wrong. Instead, it's being glorified and it's being platformed all over the place. And it's weird because, Al, you were saying you have to put it on the young ladies at this point. And, you know, it used to be a time when the young ladies were going for marriage and going out for child support. But we live in a world now where, honestly, they don't even need any of those two, because just being his baby mama is enough to springboard them into Instagram fandom.
Right,
and before you know it, they're getting reality TV shows. They got 3 million followers. They're getting the endorsement deals. They're getting the club appearances. So it literally is just being in proximity of his sperm is simply enough compensation-wise for these people. And it's a dangerous cycle that we're in, because, like Claudia likes to mention, we are on a race to the bottom when it comes to some of this behavior.
Don't you want to know their ages? Don't you want to know how old the women are?
No, I mean, I can't even name a song.
It's really non-germane to me.
You know what's sad? I think a lot of people have given up on, well, I don't think, I know. It seems like a lot of people have given up on love and the family dream, the picket fence and the marriage and the 2.1 kids, because they're just like, anyone that is thinking they're going to have that down the line, they're not going to like mess that up with having all these kids all over the place. And as for the girls, you know, they're just maybe for a check, maybe because it's exciting, maybe because it's sexy, but no one's like holding out for the whole situation to be right. It just seems like everyone's just kind of like, well, I'm just take what I get, because like the dream is just so out of touch. It's just so out of reach. I'm not going to get that. So fuck it. At least I'll be a baby mom or somebody rich, it's so sad to me. Maybe
I beg to differ. I don't think their attitude is that the dream is out of reach. I think they think the dream is boring and it don't pay.
Well, that's you.
That's a good point.
I think that's what it is. I mean, when you look at the guys and the girls now, for whatever reason, all of these girls want to be Ari Fletcher, Jada Waiter. They want to be Keisha Kayor. They want to be, you know, hell, they want to be Bambi. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not Bambi, but they want to be those girls. They do. And I'm going to show a little grace. If I was 19 and I was 20, I probably would have been. No, my head was on my head a little stronger than that.
I think that's mostly. I think that's right about the young girls. I could agree with you, but the older girls, the 35, the 40-year-olds, a lot of those women that I'm friends with, and I'm part of that group actually, you start feeling discouraged. Like, you know what, F it. If I'm not going to get the guy that wants to do the marriage thing and the whole thing, but I'll just see what I can get out of him. Like,
you wouldn't mind being number 11.
No, not me. I would never do that. I've been approached by someone that had a lot of kids, and I wouldn't be the next.
That just seems like it's an incubator for fatherless homes. Why?
They don't care when the check's involved. And I'm not trying to be shady, and I'm not trying to down anybody. but there is a certain person of socioeconomic status that would do that. A Claudia Jordan, somebody who earns at the level Claudia Jordan earns at, wouldn't do that, because you can buy your own bag, your own weave, whatever. But when you've got somebody who, you know, their prospects of working in a call center or being an assistant manager at a rental car place, you know, hell, being a baby mama and getting $5,000 a month for nothing sounds pretty good to me.
I guess the three of us, we can say we're a little privileged where we've been out of touch with that, because when you go into middle America, real America, right, outside of the glossy cities of Los Angeles and a New York or in Miami or Atlanta and some parts of Dallas, you know, your reality is different than what we have. No one's like dropping $4,500 to rent a boat. They're trying to pay their $1,500 rent. They're trying to make ends meet. And this is not downing them, but this is what most of America is struggling to get by. Most people don't make enough money to pay their rent by themselves. If you have a regular job, you know, it's unaffordable. It's becoming unaffordable to live. So I get if you're in that situation, Q, like you're saying, where your prospects are not big and this guy comes along and $5,000 a month, a lot of people will never see $10,000 in their hand. Never.
Yeah.
And that's the reality. You know, Al, what do you think about that?
It makes me sad.
It is.
It really makes me sad that we value hooking up with an entertainer for a brighter life. Because that's what you're basically counting on. Or if not a brighter life, a better life, and you're going to get $3,500. You got to chase it for 18 years. You hope he knows or has a relationship with your child, but that child and you are stuck together until 18.
And you know,
go ahead.
I was just saying, I don't want to belabor the point, but it's money and an identity. In Atlanta, I met a young lady one day at the bar, and she introduced herself. She didn't give me her name. She said, "My name is blank blank. I'm so-and-so baby mama." He was a Falcons player. And she was so proud to say she was so-and-so baby mama. And she was one of the ones that he wasn't even paying attention to, didn't even want her to have the kids, but that gave her something.
Yeah.
She felt like she was somebody because she was able to say she was XYZ's baby mama.
I don't get it with the women that are making decent money, but I get it with the women that have no real options, you know, that are really below the poverty line. I get it.